What's going on, YouTube? So let me show you what we got going on here today. We're just doing a little bit of work to the old S10. Yesterday I actually found a problem with the wires here. For some reason, because it's been sitting here, because I still ain't pulled transmission fluid out of it yet. Due to the slipping problem, I was trying to diagnose that, but what we got here, we got a wire that goes to the starter. And there's a wire that goes from the starter up to the hot box here, and it goes into the truck for the power all of the truck stuff. Then down here I got 4 or 5 wires, if you can see that. And this comes over to mainly these fuses and the relays that power the ECU and everything. But for some reason, after the truck was set a few days or a day or whatever, it cranked up and it didn't want to idle. But time it happened, I realized that, hey, that fuel pump ain't coming on like it's supposed to. The fuel pump was coming on, but it was not strong at all. Anyway, I was trying something out yesterday, just looking at some new tools I got, just trying it out on the truck. And I was under the hood here, and I looked and I seen smoke coming up from over there. These wires, this connector here, this is an old connector, a very old connector, and it's about had it, and it was just loose in here and stuff, so it didn't have a good connection. So also, I'm thinking that could be my problem with the slipping transmission. I mean, it could be, could not be. I'm gonna try it and just see, because if it's not getting the right voltage, it don't, just ain't gonna work like it's supposed to. But what I'm doing here is I just pulled the fuel rails, or I say pulled them off, but I just took these fuel rails, got the bolts out of them all the way around. I got the fuel lines off. Just so you know, if you ever pull the fuel lines off of something, you're gonna need some tools like those right there. What I do with them, or something like that right there, to get these fuel lines off. That's in most cars I've ever really worked on. It's got, most of them's got that pressure lock on them. But yeah, basically I'm just gonna take this wire that I had running just crossed here. I'm gonna try to tuck it down up under that fuel rail right here and bring it across. Yeah, I know you're supposed to change the O-rings in the fuel rail when you do this, but I've had this fuel rail off before to change it to this intake, and I haven't had a problem with it. I'll probably put some Vaseline on it or something. But also, while I've got the fuel rail out, I want to pull it up and make sure, turn the motor over and make sure all the injectors are spraying real good, because I don't know if these has ever been changed, and the motor had 330,000 miles on it, so I just want to make sure they're not dirty or clogged up or nothing. The truck's running fine, but just, I'd like to look at it while I go to the park. But anyway, I'll pick y'all back up in a minute. Alright, we got everything back together. Got our new plug wires back on there. The heat shield stuff. They all went on there pretty good. These connections are really tight on there. These also come off Amazon. I can't remember how much. They was like $30, $30 or $40. It wasn't bad. I mean, they're pretty big wires compared to the old ones. I didn't really have no problems except for the back one here, the way the headers are made. But we got her on there. I checked my fuel rails and injectors. Turned it over. It was spraying pretty good. I went ahead, pulled the spark plugs out, cleaned them off, and put a compression tester on there. Everything checked out fine. And for a 300,000 mile motor, I mean, it was real good. I had a little bit of a problem getting to the back one back there, but it's all great and dandy. Got my wires tucked in here a little bit instead of running across the intake there. I know it still don't look the best right there and stuff, but that'll all be solved when I get me a Holly Dominator on the way and I'm gonna run the wires through the firewall there somewhere if I can, and put the computer on the inside. But we're gonna drive down the road here in a little bit and see how she do. See if the transmission still acts up or not. Like I said, them wires were loose. I kind of don't think that's what it is, but you know, I'm just gonna try it just to see. I mean, you never know. Sometimes, here's a good piece of advice. Sometimes, always check the simple stuff. Most of the time, it's always something simple that'll get you. So just always keep that in mind. A lot of times it's something simple. A lot of times we ain't always that lucky, but the simple stuff seems like it's harder to find than it is the major stuff. But you know, it can be a headache. But that's why with cars you got to have a love-hate relationship with them. And I'll tell you what, they'll teach you one thing, and that is patience. All right, y'all. I'll give y'all an update and let you know how it goes.